recording that was over 2 hours long. I decided to record videos that catered to your particular course. This particular video will be for our Chem 111 and the Chem 101 lecture. There are slight differences in terms of material covered in both sections. However, as far as the setup of your Canvas and your assignments, it's going to be the same. Okay, so I'm just going to combine these two into one, but you will see the Chem 111 on the screen for the duration of this video. So when you come to the main screen or the home screen, you will see up to 3 of the most recent announcements. If you need to see any prior announcements, you need to click on this announcement tab over here on the left. On the right hand side in your to-do list, you will see recent announcements that have been uploaded to your Canvas, as well as upcoming assignments with their due dates. You can click on View Course Stream to just get a different view of the course. It will give you will give you a notification about an assignment, also notifications for your discussion board and for your announcements. Okay, good place to look there for that. If you click on View Course Stream, you can then enable your notifications for this particular course, or if you're in 101, your course. You want to do this because you want to make sure you don't miss anything. If you click on Syllabus, it will take you to our course syllabus. You will see a magnifying glass here that if you click on it, it will open the syllabus right in Canvas for you. If you click on the link, you can download the syllabus and print it out. Okay. All right. If you scroll down, it gives you information about the course, and it lets you know what prereqs you need for this particular course. Those prerequisites will be different for 101, so make sure that you look for that in your syllabus. Okay. It also gives you the grading weights here on the right hand side. I think I mentioned that in the lab video. The only ones that count are the ones that obviously have percentages next to them. Remember, lab is 25% of your final grade, so that won't go in until the last week of class. Okay, so you want to make sure you have a 60% or above average in lab. If you don't have that, it does not matter what you have in lecture, you will not pass. And vice versa, you have to have a 60% in lecture, or you will not pass even if you have an A in lab. Okay. This talks about your required materials. I talked earlier about the fact that your textbook is online. You can print a copy if you want to, or order a hard copy, but it's not necessary. You always have links that take you to the reading sections of your textbook. Okay. And it tells you here that you can get the book for about $50. Other than that, you need a calculator. That calculator can be a TI-30, or you can download the Desmos calculator app to your device. They make it for Android and Apple devices. That is a free calculator that can be downloaded onto your device. Okay. And then you will need a camera, either on your computer or an external camera, to be able to take your exam. You need some type of camera as you're taking the exam. I believe that it will basically utilize the camera that is on your the device you're taking the exam on. Okay. There is a video that is posted that gives you insight as to what you need to do to take your exam through the lockdown browser with the Respondus monitor. So make sure you view that particular video. If you don't have a webcam, then send me an email and I will tell you what the alternative is for that. After that, it has your learning outcomes, goes on to give you the same grading that you should see here on the right hand side. And then it talks about your homework. And I'm going to leave this section and go into the modules so that you can see what the homework is going to consist of. You have 2 assignments per module. You will have 4 exams in this course, and I drop one of those exams. So if you're happy with your average when you get to the 4th exam and you have completed exams 1 through 3, you can opt not to take that 4th exam, okay? Or if you miss exam number 2, you still have 3 and 4, and you'll be fine in the course. So I always drop one exam and one of each type of homework assignment. All right, so if you go to your modules, you will see the information from Canvas. Then there's information about myself. And then this particular module is just set up in this format so that you can see how your future modules will be set up. This is just an introduction module. So if you click, it's imperative that you click on each one of these and read through them. This is just a link again to your course syllabus. But you want to click on all of these tabs for this particular one. And as you can see on the side, there are some circles there. That means that those have not been viewed. And then those that have been viewed have been converted into a green check mark. It will also say viewed underneath or view. And if it says view, that means you need to view it in order to move on to the next module. All of these circles need to be converted to green checks in order for that to happen. Okay. There are videos here for the course procedures and for graded assignments. You should watch those. Here I just put a blurb about the type of supplemental videos that will be here. And then these are the assignments that you need to complete for this introduction module. You need to do your class introduction, and you need to do this sample test. This sample test introduces you to the software that we use for all of our sample tests. So, or all of our, module tests. So you want to make sure that you do this one here so that you know how to use the software. The next 3 are extra credit opportunities. However, I strongly recommend that you do at least the first and the second one. The first one takes you through how to generate your document for your discussion assignments that you're going to do later on, and I will show you what those look like. There are directions here, and there's also a video here to help you out with that, and you need to pay attention to what is going to be required for you to earn all of your points, okay? And then after that particular extra credit, if you click next, it'll take you to the second optional extra credit, and that is mastering collaborative software. So you are going to schedule a meeting time with me. You are going to access Zoom. And when you come into Zoom, make sure you read through all of these requirements so that you can earn all of your credit here as well, okay? So you want to make sure that you read through all of the requirements. After that, you see the schedule here. These are the dates and times that I will be will be able to meet with you, okay? So schedule an appointment that fits within these time frames. And at the bottom, there's just a rubric for your grading. All of your assignments have a rubric attached to them. I'm going to show you where to find the rubric for some assignments. So you can see now that the rest of this, aside from your periodic table, is locked. That is because you need to finish up all of the course introduction in order to move on to the next one. So I'm going to leave out a student view so that we can look at those modules that are locked. All right, so you do have a practice exam. And if you go into the practice exam, that gives you practice with utilizing the Respondus monitor. This is a video that also takes you through how to use that monitor as well. This is the periodic table you will use throughout the semester. You will have access, you need to print off a copy so that you have access to it during your exams. Remember, when you use the lockdown browser, you can't navigate away. So you need to make sure you print that out. All right, so here is a true module. You see you have your learning outcomes. You have your reading assignment. This is just information about what that assignment is about. If you click on the link here, it will open up your textbook. The textbook is available here to you online. It tells you which one we are in, this first chapter. And if you click on this drop down, you will be able to see each section, and you can go to each section at your leisure and read through it. You do not need a login or anything like that to get into the textbook. Okay. After your textbook reading, then you will have your slide notes. When you click on this, you may be asked to authorize your Google Drive. If you are, go ahead and click authorize. So I would click authorize. It picked up on my Google Drive and it went ahead and opened up the slides. So then you're able to go through each slide. This is the same slide presentation that's going to be in your lecture videos. Okay. All right, so after your slide notes, you have all of your lecture videos. Where it says lecture, these are all videos. You'll be able to click on them. The video is embedded. It'll come up and you can watch the video. What's nice about the video is that they are by topic. So it breaks down that PowerPoint into individual topics so that when you are preparing to study, you can go back to one topic versus having to go through the entire slideshow to pull out a topic. You do have practice quizzes for some of those topics. They don't count towards your grade, but they are recommended because when you get to your graded assignments, you have a sample test for Module 1. And that particular sample test will cover this material here. So you want to make sure that you are in fact, taking those practice quizzes as you go through to kind of test your knowledge. After that, you will have supplemental videos. So these are just extra YouTube videos I throw in for extra understanding. It will tell you here how many videos there are. So it says 1 out of 11. If you click here, you can select which video you desire to watch. So if you're having problems with scientific notation and sig figs, then that's the video you click on to watch. You don't have to sit through all 11 videos, okay? So those will be your supplemental videos to go along with your lecture videos. After your supplemental videos is where all your graded assignments are. You have your sample test, and then you're going to have your mastering sample questions. You do have a video here that kind of goes through what the questions look like, how to access the list, what the rubric looks like. So you want to watch this video for this, and then you have timestamps here to let you know where to find this information, okay? All right, so when you click on the actual assigned question list, there's going to be a ton of information that pops up. First thing that's going to pop up is the actual sample exam questions, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Then you have some reminders for you, what you need to do as far as creating your Google Doc, embedding it into the discussion. That's why I tell you to do that extra credit opportunity where you go through how to do the master, how to do these questions, okay? And then you have examples. You have an example of a mathematical question, so you can click on that particular example and it walks you through what your finalized assignment should look like. And then you also have an example of a non-mathematical question here as well, and it also walks you through what your final assignment should look like. Okay, so be sure to look through those examples. In all honesty, I would pull them up every time I go to do a problem, just to make sure I'm following everything I need to follow. I'll show you the rubric in just a second. Here you have your actual sample questions. So what's going to happen is you're going to be assigned one question in particular, and you will look here and you have all of these exam questions listed, and then the answers are also listed. What you want to do is read the question and see if you can get to the correct answer, because After you do that, you are going to generate your own question. Okay, I don't need to see the work for your own question. I don't need to see the work for the old question. Um, all I need to know is what your old question is, how it ties, how it could possibly be asked, where you could find it in our notes or lectures, that type of thing. And then you're going to go straight to your new question. And then you're going to develop a plan of action for solving it. And then you're going to actually utilize that plan and show me how to solve it. Okay. And then you're going to justify your final answer. So at the bottom, you will see, based off of alphabet, which question you are assigned. And that's what you will be working on for this particular module. It changes per module. Okay, so you will have one of these for each module. Now, I'm going to show you where your rubric will be located. I would also view that as I'm going through. So here's where your actual assignment is. Again, you get some helpful hints to let you know it's worth 100 points. Gives you some directions here for you. And then if you click up top on the three dots, you will see where it says Show Rubric. I would be sure to pull this up and review the proficient categories to ensure that you are earning your points. Make sure you hit on everything in the proficient category to be sure that you earn all of your points. Now, I do grade toughly on the first one because I want to make sure that I catch all your mistakes and that you will be able to improve on the next one, okay? Beyond that, you just have your grades and then, of course, your exams. So I have it set that once you complete the previous one, you should be able to go through all material up until exam number 1. As we approach exam number 1, I will open up the next set of modules leading up to exam 2. Okay. So again, pay attention to the schedule. Make sure that you are actively working. It can be a lot of information, and with us being asynchronous, you have to be on top of it so that you can come to office hours if you do need some sort of assistance, okay? Again, be sure to sign up for office hours if you need assistance. Other than that, that's it. I do, like I said, drop one exam and one of each of your homework types. Plus, you have the 3 extra credit opportunities. And if you have completed 3 exams at the end of the semester and you're happy with your grade, you don't have to take the 4th exam. All right, reach out to me via email if you have any more questions.